Over the past few months, there have been a lot of conversations about the defamation case between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. And even though the latter has now won the case, a lot of people online are still focused on the foundation of this whole thing. And they actually discovered something new about it, and heads up, it's pretty big. So, exactly what is this huge news that's been discovered about Amber's publication? I think a lot of people would agree with me that the genesis of the whole trial leads back to Amber. Well, that's been the conversation on the internet for some time now. And yes, I'm referring to the 2018 op-ed, okay? You know how the entire basis of Johnny's claim is defamation. But the op-ed Amber published didn't actually mention the actor. It is kind of a little more complicated than that. At first, when the subject was brought forward to the court, Amber claimed that it wasn't about Johnny at all, and then she said she wasn't even the one that published the article, and the actress was actually right about the second claim, as the piece was actually published by The Sun in the United Kingdom, and the actress would have actually slipped off the hook for that. But she made a huge mistake around the time the piece was published. On the day the publication was released, Amber basically posted it on virtually all of her social media platforms, thus implying that she actually republished it, and this, ladies and gentlemen, was one of the biggest defining moments in the whole trial. It is also the subject of talks on the internet at the moment, as fans have been talking about her part in the whole process, especially considering that she and her lawyer actually tried to shift the focus from that subject on so many occasions during court proceedings.
December of 2018, as Aquaman's coming out, why did you agree to participate in the op-ed?
Well, because I believed in some of the causes that the op-ed was seeking to advance. There was a lot of attention and energy around gender-based issues, gender-based violence issues in general. I had just recently become an ambassador for the ACLU. I was proud of that ambassadorship, and I was looking forward to the opportunity to lend my voice to what I thought was a great cause, which is just a conversation around women's issues and gendered issues that I think the whole country was having at that time. You know, quite a political conversation and cultural conversation at the time, and I was happy to lend my voice if I could.
Well, a couple of fans had some thoughts on this whole issue of her publicizing the op-ed on social media, and many of them decided to give their 2 cents on the whole issue. One user, who gave a pretty explicit explanation for the republication of the op-ed on her social media platforms, wrote, "I think it's because that tweet is an embedded tweet. Whenever the website changes something, it will change accordingly, and that on Instagram was a captured screen that reflected the original main photo at that time. I also suspect she requested to change the rando photo to her photo, which is narcissistic." Another user added, "He needed a trial to prove the obvious. She wrote that she wrote the op-ed in the title, that she chose what to write. I mean, even if Johnny actually lost the case, all of these facts are more than convincing enough to prove that Amber was pretty much as responsible for the publication as the publishing house that oversaw the whole thing. But still, tell us what you think about her part in publicizing the op-ed.